Hello everybody, it's Melissa with Meraki Healing Arts. Now my nose is all red because I had a horrible sneeze, so I had to stop filming. I'm going to do a card read using the Soul's Journey lesson cards from James Van Praagh. I'm still wired from the Tony tribute band concert that I went to. Had a great time. And so why not do tarot? We're up, we're awake, and cards is where it's at. So the Soul's Journey lesson cards usually talk about something that we can work on for our soul's growth, our ascension, something to do with our inner healing, something to consider. So I'll probably pull some cards from the Soul's Journey, and I might use the Soul's Truth also. These are usually intended to be used like if you're in a time of meditation or reflection. Doesn't really matter if it's morning or evening, whatever time that you're setting aside to be mindful and think about things and think about different lessons and things you can work on for your inner healing if you need to do that. So let's see what we have. Spirits, guides, and ancestors. Give us the message that we need to hear. Give us the message that we need to hear. Greatest and highest good of the collective. I'm struggling with the shuffle here because I have fake nails on, which I never wear. I am really not a girly girl. I'm like a t-shirts and leggings, t-shirts and jeans. I mean, I like to dress up, but I just don't do it often. I don't go enough places to really warrant it. And I typically, in my everyday life, I don't wear long nails. I didn't for a long time because I was in jobs where I was helping other people, like a group home for MRDD adults and a nursing home and, that kind of stuff. And so I didn't want to take a chance that I would bump or scratch somebody with my nails and hurt them. And I like to cook and I like to garden, and I find it difficult with fake nails. So, and I'm just not a fancy girl for the most part. I'm just more down to earth, but I guess it was nice every once in a while. So most of my nails are still on. 2 of them have popped off. One popped off when I was trying to, tug at the pantyhose to use the ladies' facilities. So one popped off at the event, and I just shoved it in my purse. I'm like, oh, well, I guess we'll glue it back on tomorrow if we decide to use it again. And then I started filming this tarot and had a great big wild sneeze and had to blow my nose, and off popped another nail into the Kleenex. So I was like, ooh, oh well, I guess we lost that one. We've actually got 3 cards out on the table, and I'm still shuffling away and talking away. Oh, I guess we did have another one. All right, let's see what we got. Spirit. Okay. The first card out is health. I will honor the physical vessel that enshrines my soul. So remember to take good care of your health. Eat foods that are nourishing to your body. Get enough rest. Hydrate. Your mental and physical health are so important, and make sure that you are getting some form of exercise. I know it's really difficult to do that if you're struggling with depression. I've been there myself. But once you can start and get working on a fitness program, oh my gosh, you feel so much better. It helps with all the dopamine boosters and all of that. You just feel better, stronger, and then eventually you'll start to see some progress with your health improving. The next card out is balance. I bring a state of perfect harmony into my world, and I do so without judgment. So being kind to yourself, and seeking that inner balance and harmony within yourself. So if you need to set boundaries with people so that you can have that balance and that peace, you never feel guilt over doing that, or judgment, self-judgment over doing that. Don't feel judgment if you're like, hey, I need to balance things. I need to get more rest, or I need to I don't know, focus on my house, or focus on my business, or focus on my school, and, also create time for play, because that is balance. Patience. I accept that everything happens in divine order. Absolutely. Used to, and I still do struggle with overthinking and worrying about the future. But the more that I meditate and I exercise and I have more balance, I find that I have more patience with the universe. I'm happier and more content in myself. So I'm not as worried about the future or things that I used to feel that I was, longing for or wanting to happen, and they weren't happening in my timeline. Now I'm just more content in myself. So that patience has just, it's just kind of evolved into it just is. It just is. It's just a state of being because I feel more balanced. Honesty. I can't always expect the truth from others, but I can expect it from myself. So very, very important. Others are not always going to be truthful about their intents, their intentions, what they're doing or thinking, if they're talking negative about you to others, if they're using you for their own personal gain and they don't really care about how that is affecting you. There's a lot of people out there in the world like that, but there are also a lot of really good people out there in the world like that. But be honest with yourself about it. We know that we can't always expect honesty from others, and don't be harsh on yourself. If someone wasn't honest with you, or someone wasn't treating you with the same respect and kindness and compassion and love that you would give them, if they just weren't on the up and up, that does not mean that you are unworthy of it, or that there's something wrong with you. So don't judge yourself. If someone doesn't know how to love you or treat you right, that's a reflection of them 100%, 1000%, not any judgment on you. I know. And let's do a quick pull from the Soul Truth Self-Awareness deck from Brianne Hovey. So this particular deck, similar to work on inner healing and reflection, always poses a question on the front, something we can work on for our soul's growth, and then a deeper dive into that question on the back and an action that's suggested. So, two cards fell out. What is the most limiting belief keeping me from what I want right now? What story are you telling yourself? When you think about your dreams, what is the first limiting thought that comes to your mind? If you are not living a life you desire, it's because a part of you doesn't believe it's possible. Today's soul action, it's time to upgrade. Look your belief in the eye. Where did it come from? What new belief are you ready to adopt in its place? How will this change your results? Remember, your belief is the root of your result. Own it, heal it, and upgrade it. Working on that right now. So absolutely perfect timing with that card. And the second one, do I surround myself with people who lift me up? Also something that I struggle with and I'm working on. The people with whom we surround ourselves determine who we become. Does your tribe fill you up? Do they inspire you? Do they believe in you? Do they help you step into your greatest potential? Today's soul action. Make a desire list of the type of people with whom you wish to surround yourself, and clarify if there's anyone in your life who no longer serves you? Can you love them from a distance? Abso-frickin-lutely. So a lot of people that I love from a distance. It might take me a little longer to get there, but once I do, I really can create a good, strong, healthy boundary. Some people, it's, I don't ever really talk to you again. And others, I just really limit my interaction. And don't make you a priority in my life. If I see that you're not for my greatest and highest good, or that you're doing something that negatively affects my physical, mental, emotional, or financial well-being. So those are our soul lesson cards of the day. I wish you peace and love as you journey through those and any inner work. And check in again soon. We'll do some more reads. Have a great night.